Welcome, curious minds. Today we're stepping into some really unsettling territory, looking at two stories that supposedly originated from the Japanese online forum 2channel. These are narratives, allegedly true accounts, that kind of remind you that some horrors aren't just fiction. We're going to recount these events, and honestly, they might make you question what's really lurking beneath the surface.
Indeed. And what's fascinating, or maybe chilling, is how they show the mundane can just descend into the truly terrifying, whether it's exploring somewhere abandoned or an online relationship gone wrong.
Exactly. So our first story, it involves a 15-year-old kid. It's summer vacation, and you know how it is, that urge to explore somewhere you shouldn't.
Oh yeah, especially with friends.
Right. So there's a group of 8 of them. One friend knows this supposedly absurd abandoned place out in the countryside. They head out, sun's starting to go down. But when they get there, the narrator, he remembers feeling kind of let down. They were expecting, a classic haunted house, rotting wood, broken windows.
The whole spooky aesthetic.
Yeah, the whole 9 yards. But this place, it was surprisingly clean, just remote. That was the only weird thing initially.
That disconnect is interesting. Your mind expects one thing, this creepy setup, and reality gives you something normal, almost too normal. It can make you lower your guard, maybe.
I think so. They were disappointed, but they'd come all this way, so they decided, okay, let's check it out. They sneak in the back door, and inside, it is weird. Not spooky weird, but odd. Things like beer cylinders, microscopes, stuff you'd maybe find in a school science lab. Definitely not a typical house.
Intriguing.
But the main thing that grabs them is this huge bookshelf, totally packed. And on the floor, another pile of books, like someone had just been looking through them. Then the friend who brought them there, he says, this is why I called it absurd. He points to one specific book. They open it and just horror. Pictures of dead people, men, women, some with their skin peeled off. Awful stuff.
Okay.
Their first reaction after the shock is maybe it was a doctor's house. Still deeply unsettling, but it's a kind of logic, right?
Absolutely. It's the brain scrambling for an explanation, any explanation, to make sense of the horror. A doctor, even a morbid one, is somehow less terrifying than something completely unknown. But that logic starts to fray quickly here, I imagine.
It does. While the others are looking at these horrible books, the narrator explores the first floor. He's only 15, but he notices the furniture's good quality, the layout's efficient. He's thinking, yeah, maybe an educated person lived here, a doctor, maybe a med student. Someone even joked, mad scientist, but he brushed it off. But then they notice something really strange. The house clearly has a second floor from the outside, but inside, no stairs.
No stairs at all.
None. They figure maybe there was an outdoor staircase. They go look, find some remnants, like it was removed. Suddenly, this mystery just grips them. They have to see what's upstairs.
That's the curiosity kicking in hard, overriding the warning signs, especially in a group.
Totally. It becomes like this frenzy. They spot some pipes running up the side of the house. The narrator, he's the best climber, so he volunteers to scale up and have a look.
Risky, but that thrill, that shared adventure, it's powerful. The let's just see mentality.
Exactly. So he climbs up, and what he sees, it's chilling. The upstairs windows, completely blacked out, covered with newspapers, marker pen scribbles blocking all the light. That really unnerves some of the friends. They decide, nope, this is too weird. And honestly, smart move. They leave.
Skull.
But the rest. Curiosity wins. The narrator, he says he regretted it instantly, but he leads the way, swings open one of the darkened windows, and immediately he screams, there's this poster right there. A woman in a swimsuit, huge grin, just a poster. His friends laugh, relieved it was just a jump scare. But as he climbs in, he notices something off. There's lipstick smeared on the poster, right on the woman's lips.
See, that's different. That's not just a found object. That's interaction. A personal touch. Suddenly it feels much more immediate, much more present.
Right. It completely changes the vibe. Inside, the hallway's dark, damp. All those thoughts about an intelligent resident, gone. Because now they see pictures taped to the walls. Girls in bikinis, other outfits. But their faces are cut out and replaced with the faces of the dead people from those books downstairs.
Oh, that's grotesque. That moves way beyond doctor or scientist. That's deeply disturbed.
They all agree, okay, time to leave. For real this time. But then one friend spots something else down the end of the hall, behind a glass door. Mannequins.
Mannequins.
Yeah, like loads of them. Maybe 15, 20 female mannequins just standing there, almost like a miniature forest, he called it. And they're dressed in, well, lingerie, but described as infatuating lingerie, not just functional stuff, like meant to be alluring, even on mannequins.
That is deeply unsettling. The combination of the defaced photos and now this curated display of mannequins in suggestive clothing. It paints a picture of obsession, a very specific, predatory kind of obsession. This isn't just collecting, it's creating a scene, a fantasy.
A truly disturbing fantasy. And scattered around the room with the mannequins are other things, a broken TV, some toys, a CD player, and another pile of magazines. The narrator picks one up, opens it, same thing. All the women's faces replaced with pictures of dead bodies. He feels sick, but then he sees the date on the magazine.
I'm a guess. It wasn't old.
It's from that month, the current month. The realization hits them, whoever did this isn't just some previous resident, they might still be around, active.
That's the switch, isn't it? From investigating a past horror to realizing you're potentially in the horror right now, your adrenaline must just spike. Fight or flight kicks in immediately.
Absolutely. And just as that sinks in, they hear something, a faint sound, movement. They scan the room terrified, and there, among the mannequins, they see a face, a real face, grinning, just this wide, awful grin, like absolute maleficent glee was the description.
Right.
And a voice, barely a whisper, says, "You like these things?" And the man, he's wearing a dress. Pure panic. They scramble, run for the window they came in through. As the narrator jumps out onto the roof, he hears the voice again. He doesn't wait. He just bolts, runs for the hills, literally. The kid who lived closest eventually told his parents. The police investigated the next day. Empty. Completely empty. They checked again. Nothing. The man was never found. The house itself was demolished later, gone without a trace. But the narrator says even years later, just seeing an abandoned building gives him the creeps, like the memory is burned in.
I can only imagine an encounter like that. It fundamentally changes your perception of safety. That lingering fear, the way ordinary things become triggers, it's a hallmark of deep trauma.
Yeah.
The brain doesn't easily forget that kind of raw terror.
It really stays with you. Okay, so from that physical space of horror, let's shift gears. Our second story takes us online. Into that world where, you seek connection, but sometimes find something else entirely. Obsession.
Yes, the digital world presents its own unique dangers. Anonymity, curated personas. It can be a breeding ground for deception and unhealthy attachments.
You think you know someone.
Exactly. This story is about a guy, let's call him Masato. He's got a stressful job, long commute, tough boss, boring colleagues. So he unwinds by chatting in a local Facebook group, just talking about hometown stuff, movies, whatever. Low stakes.
A common escape, using online communities for that sense of belonging or just stress relief.
Right. So he's in this group, and one day a new member joins, a girl named May. She sends a request. Masato feels welcoming, starts a private chat. She's 25, so she's an office lady. They hit it off. She's charming, makes him feel excited. He's picturing this cute girl, long black hair. They chat late into the night. He's pretty smitten,
There's that initial spark.
Yeah, and soon he finds he's mostly just talking to May, kind of neglecting his other friends in the group. Then he notices something odd. Looking back at the public group chat, he's the only one interacting with her posts. Likes, comments, anything. Nobody else. That's a flag. For someone described as cheerful and charming, being seemingly ignored by everyone else.
That's unusual.
He thought it was odd, too. Felt kind of bad for her, thought she'd get along with the others. But it's easy to brush things off when you're interested, right?
Very easy. That's confirmation bias. You focus on the positive connection you feel and explain away the inconsistencies. You want it to be good, so you overlook the warning signs.
He even tried to get his friends to talk to her, like, "Hey, chat with May. She seems cool but isolated." No replies. He waits. Nothing. Tries others. Silence. Then he realizes his original friends, they've all left that Facebook group, just gone.
Whoa, okay, that's more than just ignoring her. That's active avoidance.
Definitely. A few days later, one friend finally messages him back. And it's serious. He says basically, "Look, I know you like May, but stay away. Seriously, don't give her your address, your number. Don't meet her."
Wow, what reason did he give? He tells Masato the story about their old Facebook group. Before this one, a girl joined, also named May. Different last name, but same personality profile. She got close to one member, a guy named Nuru. They met up in real life. And after that meeting, Nuru starts sending frantic messages to the group. "Just help!" Then, nothing. He vanished. Completely. And then that May flooded the old group with hundreds of messages. Crazy stuff. Demanding to know where Noru was. Threatening them, like, "I'll kill you all if you don't hand him over."
Jesus.
The group got so scared they just disbanded it and secretly formed the new one. The one Masato joined later. The friend is convinced. Different name, same person. It's her.
That's terrifyingly specific
Then
and incredibly alarming. How did Masato react?
rationalized it. He just couldn't believe his May could be like that.
Coincidence, right?
Different person. He was too invested.
That's the motivated reasoning kicking in hard.
Yeah.
He needs to protect this connection he's built, so his brain finds ways to dismiss even terrifying evidence. It's a powerful defense mechanism, but obviously very dangerous here.
Incredibly dangerous. Because despite that chilling warning, he arranges to meet May in person at a bar. And when he meets her, stunning. Chemistry's amazing. They end up spending the night together.
Oh, boy.
Afterwards, he uses Facebook less, just calls or texts her directly. And she seems perfect, except for one thing. If he doesn't reply to her messages instantly, she gets really agitated.
The control starts.
Yeah. Like, if he leaves his phone for an hour, he comes back to 20, 30 messages, starting with, "Are you busy?" escalating to, "Do you not like me anymore?"
Classic manipulation.
Sure.
It conditions him to respond immediately, to prioritize her constantly. That rapid shift from charming to agitated is designed to keep him off balance and compliant. It's about control.
It gets worse. About 2 months in, work gets really crazy for Masato. Year-end rush. He gets home late one night, finds hundreds of messages from May.
Hundreds.
Hundreds in one evening. Yeah. And she's claiming her office isn't busy at all, which is impossible for a full-time office job during year-end. He realizes she might not even have the job she claims. He starts having to turn his phone off completely at night just to sleep.
The inconsistencies are piling up, becoming impossible to ignore.
Then, one Wednesday night, midnight, she's just there, waiting outside his house.
Uninvited, at midnight.
Yep. He has a huge, important meeting the next morning, needs sleep, tells her she can't stay, but she insists. Pushes her way in, basically forces intimacy. He's exhausted, messes up his big meeting the next day, gets chewed out by his boss, checks his phone later that morning. Just from the 4 hours he was trying to sleep, 86 messages, 18 voicemails from her.
That's stalking behavior.
Yeah.
That's extreme obsession, crossing physical boundaries, constant harassment.
He knew then, absolutely, it had to end. The next day, she's there again, waiting at his door. This time, he's firm. Tells her straight up, "We can't be together, this isn't working." And her reaction, she just smiles. This really disarming smile. And says she doesn't understand, she'll just wait for him. Like his words meant nothing.
That lack of reaction is perhaps the most terrifying part. It shows she's not operating in the same reality. His rejection, his feelings, they just don't register against her internal narrative. It's a profound detachment. That friend's warning must have been screaming in his head.
"Don't get too close to May." He said that was the moment he truly understood the depth of her delusion. He stopped taking her calls, ignored all messages, just cut contact completely. A week goes by, silence. No messages, no appearances. He starts to think. Maybe it's over. Maybe she finally got it.
You hope so, but given the pattern.
Exactly. Middle of the night, he wakes up. He hears a sound, a whisper. "Masato." He looks towards his doorway. There's a silhouette there. It's May.
Oh, no. Inside his house.
Inside his house, and she's holding something. A knife. From his own kitchen, she's mumbling mostly nonsense, but he catches words like betrayal and "if I can't have you, nobody can."
The ultimate possessive threat.
He's half asleep, terrified, but instinct kicks in. He just slams his body into her, knocks her off balance, doesn't think, just runs. Runs out of his house into the freezing cold night, in his underwear, just running frantically towards his neighbor's house for help. As he's running, he looks down at the snow, sees these specks of red. He looks at his arm. During that collision, when he slammed into her, she slashed him deeply.
Good God. He managed to escape, though.
He did. Got to the neighbors, they called the police. May had fled by the time they arrived. She'd taken his diary, his computer, his phone, everything.
Did they find her?
Eventually, yeah, they tracked her down. But here's the really chilling part. That other guy, Nuru, from the friend's story about the previous May, still missing. 3 years later, vanished without a trace. Masato is convinced May did something to him. Maybe visited him the same way she visited Masato. But maybe Nuru was a heavier sleeper. Didn't wake up.
That's horrifying. A truly chilling possibility. And a stark reminder about the dangers lurking behind seemingly harmless online profiles.
It really is. So these two stories, obviously very different settings, an abandoned building versus an online relationship, but they share that same awful thread, don't they? That slow burn of dread, things getting weirder and weirder until you hit that horrifying moment of realization.
Absolutely. That realization that the danger isn't abstract, it's real, it's present, and it's focused on you. Whether it's a man in a dress among mannequins or an excessive ex climbing through your window, Both stories show how easily that line can be crossed.
And how things that seem normal or just slightly off can hide something truly dark underneath. Secrets in an empty building or behind a charming online persona.
Exactly. And in both cases, we're left with loose ends. The man in the building ever found, Nuwu still missing. The full truth remains hidden, which is maybe the most unsettling part. It makes you wonder, what else is out there? What other dangers are closer than we think?
It does raise that question, doesn't it? How do we navigate that line between, curiosity or seeking connection and recognizing genuine danger before it's too late, in the physical world and online, too?
That's the crucial question these stories force us to confront. Trusting our instincts, maybe? Paying attention to those red flags, even when we don't want to see them.
A chilling thought to end on. Well, if you found this exploration of the macabre as compelling as we did, please do join our community on a contact horror docs. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, Horror Docs. Until next time, stay curious, and please be safe out there.